And welcome back to another Coach's Corner. I'm Rick Silvestrini, joined by head volleyball coach here at Drake, Darrin McBroom. And Darrin, you've been through kind of the gauntlet here lately. Boy, the toughest part of your schedule. I know coming off a couple losses to UNI in Valpo, but then you bounce back to beat Loyola last Saturday. How critical was that win to kind of get back on track?
I think it was absolutely critical. I think it'd been very tough for our team psychologically to have to dwell all week long on the weekend's losses if we hadn't bounced back. So I think it was good to get that win and to get back on track and move forward this week without having to dwell on setbacks.
19-6 overall, 8-3 in the Valley. Now you're starting the second half of the season, so you've seen these teams now one time through. So talk about the difference as you head into the second half of the season.
I think we're telling our team is we need to be prepared that there's a danger once you beat a team thinking, well, we've already beat them, therefore, and actually we be prepared that it's going to be harder this time because if we're not careful, we're pat ourselves on the back thinking we've got this game won. The other teams are thinking about what they need to do to change, to prepare to change the outcome. And so we expect that each match will be harder this time around than it was first time around.
Well, and you've had a lot of momentum. The first half of the year, obviously, that's got to build confidence. But as you said all along, and you just mentioned it here, you can't be overconfident.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happened with part of the thing with Valparaiso. I mean, we had to work, when we beat them at their place, we worked really hard. Our team worked really hard to beat them, and by a very slim margin in each set. But then when 4 weeks down the road, you look back on it, it's like, oh yeah, we beat them in 3. And therefore we forget how hard we had to work to get them. Same thing this weekend with Bradley. We beat Bradley in 3 a few weeks back, but the scores were very, very close. We had to work really hard to get that done. And so if we think we got to do less now, we've already lost. So we've got to prepare and know that's going to be just as hard or harder this time around to beat Bradley again.
Well, I'll talk about that road trip a little bit because you are going to go to Bradley, Illinois State, and you're right, Bradley, they just took Missouri State to 5 sets, right?
Yeah, so they're playing, and they went 5 sets with SIU and won in 5 there. So they're playing great volleyball. They have some great athletes. They're beginning to find their stride and put it all together. And it's going to be a really tough match for us at their place. And so we've got to be at our very best if we have a chance to win there. And then, of course, Illinois State, we beat them in 5 sets, 15-13 in the 5th here. So same scenario. This could be a very tough weekend for us.
Well, 2 road matches this week, and then back home. Coach, we'll talk to you next Monday. Good luck on this very important road trip.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, that's Darrin McBroom, the head volleyball coach at Drake. I'm Rick Silvestrini, and this has been another Coach's Corner.